Verbal killing spree. Blind sheep fall to their knees. Choose a side, let the right, it's all the same. Passionate folks and half-truths and lies. Packaged in these outer suits and ties. To be clear, you and I are not the same. And they don't know how long the story goes, but we're doing fine. Crosses they have. They open up my chest so I can finally breathe. Stepping out alone, but I suppose we might as well be free till we find our way back home. And they don't know how long the story goes. And they don't know how long the story goes.
Yo, what is up, 24/7 Buff Fandemonium? It is your boy Swank. You know what? It's 8:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Tuesday night, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for the K-Gun Report, Season 5, Episode 33. Can you believe it? Guys, we're going to recap that big win against the Titans. We're going to preview Week 8 against the Seahawks, get some X factors, some keys to the game, your questions and comments, of course. We're going to tell you how you can join us live this Sunday and watch that game with us right here in the Finger Lakes at a Bills backer bar. Man, we got Eli's winning lockdown Week 8. And unfortunately for me, you are going to get to witness me eat SpaghettiOs because I lost a bet. Anyway, here we go. Here's the intro. Here we are, and here it is on a beautiful Tuesday. Guys, like I said, I'm Swank. This is the K-Gun Report. We are part of the Buff Fanbase Network and sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com, give them all your money, see what Del Reed and the gang got cooking up. You will look fly. You will help out a family in need in Western New York. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win- right below me, my friend, your friend, his brother, Jerry Reed. Jerry, how's it going tonight, brother?
It's going well. 5-2. What a great start. Representing the FLX Mafia out in the Finger Lakes area. I just wanted to do a quick shout out to the Penn Yan Junior Mustangs who went and won the FLY-FCL League Championship this past weekend. Yep, the C team won 7-0. It was a nail biter. And the B team won 26-12. They went undefeated. It was freaking great. Sarah and I moved out this community about 8 years ago. We absolutely love Penn Yan. But the biggest thing about this flag football league that we had, great squad, great coaches, is I got a chance to coach my little Everett for 3 years straight. It's probably my last year coaching him. But from watching him at 5 years old to 7 right now was just simply amazing. Buddy, I love you. We're going to keep going on with this football thing. And I'm going to coach you up. And we're going to be Penn Yan's going to be on the map for football. Already on for lacrosse, but here we come football. Go Penn Yan.
Nice. Look at that, man. Jerry's ready to run through a brick wall or some drywall or something, man.
Well, my son's going to play for Mid Lakes, and Mid Lakes might have a question answer for your. I'm just kidding.
A question or an answer, apparently. Let's get right to it. Right next to me, it's his brother. It's your friend, my friend. That's Scooter Magooter. Scott, what do you got tonight on Tuesday?
I'm with Jarrod. I got a 5-2 record, sitting Buffalo Bills riding high, figuring out our offense, which is exciting to talk about, and we'll get there. But No, we celebrate the right way. I'm drinking some Tennessee whiskey today in celebration of
Tennessee whiskey.
downing them Titans. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm drinking an all-day IPA. I'm trying to kill all of my taste buds before what I have to do later on in the show. Speaking of which, let's get to the man with the coldest heart in America, Patrick Hughes. What's up, Mafia? Special episode. Someone's joining the SpaghettiOs wagon. LOL. Let's go. Our brother, Patrick Hughes. I did lose a bet. Patrick and I faced off fantasy football style. My team was hot garbage right from the start. Patrick even tried to give me some encouraging words like, hey, man, it's not over. And then it was over. And he's like, you're eating SpaghettiOs on Tuesday. So that'll happen later, but I'm going to make all you fools wait until towards the end. We got the amazing Paulette Brown. Good evening, everybody. Let's go, Buffalo. Hey, football fire emoji. What's up, Paulette? We got John's. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Love the new look. Bills so far. Hello, my Mafia family. Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to get into this game here in a couple minutes. I don't know. It's a tale of two halves, right? Like, but I don't know. We'll get there. My brother, Corey. It's Chug Night, folks. 18,000 explanation points. Let's be real. We're excited to talk about Bills football, but we all know what we're here for. It's time, Swank. Ha 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 ha. Thanks, Corey. I got your birthday present over here, lukewarm. Actually, sorry, ice cold. The way you psychopaths like it.
Swank, I think that says.
It's like evil laugh, like. Oh.
Or the Galifianakis one.
We got Jamie North and Uncle James saying, "What's up, Mafia? What's up, Uncle James? You all right, dude?"
I'm fine. I shouldn't have done that.
Pays for it.
Doug says, "Oh snap! It's Victory Tuesday. Let's go, Mafia! Hell yeah! What's up, Doug?" The amazingly beautiful Ellen Lartz. Let's get to cracking. Got to celebrate the Buffalo win versus the Titans. That's right. I have cracked and will continue to crack throughout the night. Oh, let's see. Oh, we got Eli. Eli's video, I got to say, usually I don't watch it. I like to watch it live and react to it live with all you guys, but I did get a sneak peek of it, and it is pretty awesome. And he says, sea chickens. Eli, did I hear a rumor you're going to be at Doug Kemp Bowling this weekend in Newark, New York with us? Is that what I heard on Sunday to watch the Sea Chickens game? Huh? Confirm or deny. We got Alberto Rivera Jr. What's up, Berto? Hey, everyone. Go Bills. That's an OG.
Swank from Alan Lartz. I'm sure a lot of Bills fans know, but it was put on the Jumbotron this past week. Billy Shaw, ex-Buffalo Bill, former Buffalo Bills player, had passed away due to complications. He was a big part of the Bills' history. But she got on. She's like, can you mention his name on the K-Gun report?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Billy Shaw. Was he one of the players that made it to the Hall of Fame without playing for an NFL team? I think that he was part of the AFL Buffalo Bills. That him?
If I stand corrected, and I'll look it up really quick, but I think he's the only football player in the NFL Hall of Fame that never played for the NFL. He was for the AFL Buffalo Bills.
Right.
Let me look that up quick.
Do it up. But thanks, Alan, for bringing that to our attention.
Yeah,
and,
thank you. She's really good for that kind of stuff, man. And yeah, man. Rest in peace, fellow Buffalo brother, Billy Shaw. Oh, man, all you guys really getting a lot of joy out of the SpaghettiOs thing, man. You know, I'm glad for you.
Uh-oh.
We got our brother Adam saying, let's go Mafia. Happy K-Gun Tuesday. Slow start this Sunday, but we kicked it into high gear. Coop is going to be a great addition. I absolutely agree, man. We got so much great stuff to talk about. Anybody else, their butt get like that tight after he dropped that first one? Anybody?
I was pissed. I think that was a big change in that first quarter and the reason why we didn't put points on the board right away. And, of course, he's got the jitters. Of course he does. And he hasn't had piss missiles thrown at him like Josh Allen provided. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt with how the game ended up for him. But, yeah, the first drop was like, man. He'd already had a lot of drops already this season. That's a bad taste to put in our mouth as Bills fans, but he fixed it.
You know what it was? He just wanted his first reception to be a touchdown. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And that little back and forth. I love how they tried to cover up if he was asking Keon, and Keon in the press conference.
No, beautiful answer.
Yeah, he denied it. Like he put it out, but he denied it. Yeah, if you're not picking up what we're talking about, on the touchdown pass to Amari Cooper, Josh checked it to a different play, an audible, and he's alert, hit his helmet, and you can see Amari turn to Keon and go, and Keon just goes and points into the end zone, and literally his route was beating that
Skinny.
safety. And
So I've seen that a couple times, Swank, and go back and listen because I think you hear Keon saying post.
oh,
I think that's what and then if he ran the post and it was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a top tier defense, right? Like I know a lot of people are talking game about, the Bills haven't beaten anybody worth whatever. Get out of here with this junk. The Titans had one of the best defenses in the league coming in Sunday.
The best.
So,
The best pass defense.
get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
But yeah, Keon Coleman answered that perfectly. He's like, he did not know the play. He just needed confirmation.
Yeah.
And then he went on to say, you don't get fines or flags for communicating on the field.
Yeah, you
It's
can
like, that's what
communicate
it's
as
all
much as you want.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, I love it. We got a local celebrity, Buffalo
Yes.
Spartan.
is Sparta.
What up, boys? How about them Bills Mafia? Mount up. What's up, brother? Good to
Spartan,
have
you're going to be
you
at the Niner game?
Quick stat check. Scott, you were right. Billy Shaw is the first NFL Hall of Famer to never have played for the NFL.
There you go.
Ooh, you know what? You know what that deserves?
Fact check.
Name, I'm over the track. Yeah, I said it. What you need to do is get back to
Yeah, that's right. It's still around. We got Lori saying Eli wants to come to your podcast next week. Absolutely.
Hold on. Next week, Swank, you might be off because it's your Tuesday.
Oh yeah, I am off.
We'll
So, yeah.
schedule Eli in there. We'll
Schedule
get
it.
back to you.
We'll schedule it.
Or Eli, you pull up a seat with us on Sunday session.
I thought that's what he was talking about with
Yeah.
Sunday sessions.
Oh.
But if you're talking about next Tuesday, yeah, let's push it to the week after. So it'll be like the first weekend in November because I'd like to be here for sure.
Yeah.
Eli says, I'm ready for Sunday.
Hell yeah.
Is that the first Jarrod he's ever done? It's sick. Oh, man. Oh, we got Paula Hannix. What's up, Paula? How
Hey,
you
Paula.
doing?
Paula.
Go Bills. Corey says he'll be there. Hell yeah. We got Mary Jane Brown Hughes. Howdy, Bills fans.
Howdy.
I saw Corey rocking to an old EMD song today. He posted. He's got to have a record of yours, I imagine. Corey, do you have a record of Swanks?
I don't know if he's got I know he's got shirts. I don't know if he's got the record. I don't know if he has a turntable. Answer all these questions, Corey.
He was rocking it.
He knows every song, so
Hell yeah, so's his daughter. Let's see. Faith says mine plays for Newark, which I think when everybody was talking about football kid teams. And she says, hi, Scott.
I work with Faith. Hi,
Start
Faith.
of young.
Gotta have faith.
Because you got a hip.
Babe. Sorry.
Adam wants to know if that's Tennessee honey, Scott.
Actually, Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. It is.
Nice.
I throw a little Sprite in there to add a little. A little. There's a lot in there.
Lori says, gross, they're worse when they aren't warm. Absolutely, Lori. She's talking about the SpaghettiOs that I got to eat. But like I said, these fools, they all eat them cold right out of the can, and I will not back down. I will not be made a fool of when I eat SpaghettiOs cold out of the can, dude.
Sarah's going to bring him to you with the hot gloves on.
I thought about doing that, man. I thought about it, but I knew how I know how my friends are here. I know how it goes.
It's like
I
how
wouldn't
life
hear the end
goes.
of it.
You'll
exactly.
get it and it'll burn the hell out of your mouth because it's
Yeah.
too hot if you try to cook it up.
No, I would just there'll be questions about my manhood, I think, and I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it here. Harold said, I'm so proud of how Bills fans welcomed Bass onto the field before the game. You could almost feel the love.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. My brother Kyle Gobe said he was at the game. He brought his daughter Kennedy to her very first game on Sunday, and they had a blast. He said it was funny because he's had seasons now for a couple of years, and there was parts of the stadium like she wanted to go everywhere because she'd never been there, and there was parts of the stadium that he'd never been to that like they found because she wanted to like go and explore and stuff. And apparently they have a whole wall kind of over by the tunnel with every season ticket holder's name on it.
Oh, I didn't
And
know.
so like they found his name and all that stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. But yeah, I asked him about this because I had heard a lot about, there's a lot of hype on Twitter and online where people were like, let's do the reverse of what we would do, where instead of dog and Bass, let's give them all the love we can. And Bass said it. Kyle said you could hear it. Like, he's like, it wasn't like, Arms Across America, but you could definitely hear that it was like audibly louder and very positive when he was on the field and
Nice.
pregame, especially, and stuff like that. So,
I mean, I hate to compare him to Scott Norwood, but that's another kicker that did wonderful things for the Buffalo Bills organization as far as winning games. And too often you forget the amount of games that were decided because of a certain player, because of a couple kicks. And we love Bass. It's a business. And if you can't make those big field goals, they're not going to allow 1 or 2 seasons of it. They aren't. It's just the way that it works in the NFL.
I'm creeping up here. Let's see. I'm only 7 minutes behind on comments. Eli, yes, that's true. Confirmed. Eli will be
Nice.
at Rose Bowl Lanes this Sunday with us for Sunday sessions, hanging out, having a good time. Corey's pumped. He's coming too. Guys, if you're local or, within a little bit of a drive, man, come watch the game with us. It's a good time.
Yeah, we're going to have a show. We're going to have giveaways. We've got a Thurman Thomas suite like ice. It's like a white helmet that's signed, authenticated.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other things going. There's going to be beer deals. There's going to be bucket beers.
Yeah, $15 bucket domestics. And then she just sent me the little flyer they're doing, $20 pizza and wing deal, I think, here.
There you go.
Large.
They got a bowling alley and an arcade and all that good stuff. And then we're going to have a watch party afterwards.
Golf simulator, all sorts of stuff. It's very cool. Cornhole, darts. But yeah, I was thinking, and this could be like a quick little meeting. Guys, just plug your ears out there. I didn't realize the game isn't kick off till 4:25. So if we ended at 3:30, it'd be pretty late. So we should probably do like 2 to 4. I'm thinking.
Okay.
2 to 4?
Right. Yeah. So we'll be doing a show 2 to 4 Sunday sessions, and Ryan Thomas will be joining us remotely. But you'll get the 3 of us. You'll get Eli. Maybe we'll get some of you knuckleheads that, like the peer pressure hosts of shows into eating SpaghettiOs. Maybe you get a mic on that, huh?
There you go.
Huh, Corey? What do you think? Let's see. Lori says Eli wants to meet Corey and hoping he brings his daughter too. LOL. Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's see here. Yeah, a lot of love here for Billy Shaw. Ellen's confirming. All right, guys, I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit here. Adam's got a stag party. Okay, that's all right. I understand. It's no big deal.
Stop on by.
We'll get Jarrod to jump out of a cake for you.
They got beer deals. I mean, if you're going to have a party, you might as well go to a place that's got deals
Yeah.
and the Bills game on. Damn.
Yeah, most stag parties want to go to a bowling alley. Guys, this last weekend, your Buffalo Bills played a 1:00 game at home for the first time in almost a month and whooped on the Tennessee Titans at home. That first half was a little shaky, probably got some of us a little more nervous than it needed to be, but that second half, boy, you couldn't have asked for much more out of what that team was giving you. So real quick, since it's 8:18 right now, we got a lot of stuff we're trying to get to. Jerry, let me start with you, man. Just give me your overall thoughts about this win we had at home against an AFC team.
Yeah, you said it, an AFC team. Getting a win over an AFC team that's not in your division adds up at the end of the season. So getting one up on is a good thing. I love how you mentioned earlier we played against the number 1 defense in the league. We had a slow start. Our defense kept us in the game, and then we slowly got our stuff together and started rumbling. I remember seeing Scott message everybody, what are we getting ourselves into here or something like that. And I remember watching it and being like, this is truly a game of inches. The first couple drives that Titans had we're missing the ball just by an inch. The drop by Cooper, just an inch, you know what I mean? So I knew if we make up that inch somewhere, then we would take control. And sure enough, that inch came to us and we didn't look back. Very impressive offense. If you look at it, Allen had over 300 passing yards in 3 quarters. That was great in the running game. Even though Cook really didn't get things going, his counterpart Davis, or his teammate Davis, picked up the slack. And that's what we can look forward to this whole season, is if one's down, one's going to pick the other one up. So a lot of good teamwork coming back from 10-0. It shows a lot of heart. In the NFL, it's hard. So I give credit to that Bills team and the coaching staff for going in the right direction and pulling it off big time, 34-10.
I love it. 34 unanswered in that
Mhm.
route of the Tennessee Titans after not looking so hot. Scott, what do you think, man? What did you take away from this game this weekend?
I think we saw exactly what we talked about on Sunday sessions. We saw a little bit of everything. Obviously, it all came to fruit in the second half. Ooh, blue light. There you go, Swank. But we saw what we talked about on Sunday sessions, what we wanted to see the Bills establish, figuring out the dual running back, the 1-2 punch in the running backs. Whatever's not going to work for someone should be able to work for someone else. And you hope Joe Brady brings that offensive game plan to every game. Understanding that if this is not working, let's let the other guy eat. And then the other thing, letting everybody eat is wide receivers. If you guys took your top 4 wide receivers, Coleman, Cooper, Shakir, and Kincaid, would that be your 4 top receivers? Here's the targets: 7, 5, 7, and 6. That's exactly, regardless of what the catches were, that's what we wanted to see Josh Allen put on display in this game, utilizing, letting everyone eat and spreading the ball around. Everything we've talked about with the Diggs departure in this offense that we wanted to see this Buffalo Bills establish. And 34 unanswered points, 27 of them in the second half. It was beautiful to see. I don't know what took us so long to do it, but I think we hit the ground running. We keep the foot on the gas here. I think it's all coming together.
I think that's the biggest point for me out of this is that, the adjustments are there and they've done it pretty well. I mean, aside from like the Ravens game, I would say even the Texans game, like the defense had them in it. Like there was points where they were in it. If that Texans game had another 5 minutes in it, I think we probably would have squeaked it out. It seems like there's slow starts. It seems like there's a little bit of uncomfortableness or whatever before the players settle in. And that was like a message a lot of them had this week, was settling in and getting comfortable and getting back to the way they play football and all that stuff. I don't know what's so hard about them doing that. Why they can't do it sooner. Even if it was the first quarter, like this, if they started to settle in and hit it in the second quarter, like that to me would make me feel a lot better than waiting a whole half, because a lot can happen in a half of football. So that was one of the biggest things that I took away. I really want to see them clicking and snapping a little quicker here. Now you did have the new piece with Cooper. You did have some different things going on. The thing I hated the most the first half, and I swear to God, I'm not the negative guy, stop giving James Cook the ball on second down like that over and over and over and over. He'd pop on first down, and then you'd get, 2 yards, a yard. It was so predictable.
Or a loss of 5.
Loss of 5, whatever. Yep. It was just so predictable.
It's a beautiful thing to have 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, but it sucks when that 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 turns to 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 7. Yeah. You're right, Swank. That gets your blood boiling.
I want to see a little more. Okay, like, yes, James Cook is great. He scored that first touchdown. Awesome. He got those yards first down. He was running the ball okay. It just second down. Why are you doing that? Mm-hmm. And then in the second half, it was like, yeah, you're moving it. It's looking more like Josh Allen taking control of this offense, playing free, Keon Coleman having a career day, your new wide receiver being effective and doing exactly what you wanted him to do. And it was looking hot. Kincaid looking good, like just boom, boom, boom. And it's like, then you get to the Shakir screens. And on the first one, hell yeah, let's go. And then it's again. And then it's again. And all of them are positive yards. I'm not saying this, but I'm like, why is there a pocket of this? Why are we just doing this here? Mm-hmm. Because in the first quarter, when you were handing the ball off to James Cook for the 4th time on second down, that play would have been great. Mm-hmm. Even if it was negative yards, I would have been like, hey, it was something different that you like threw at them that they weren't expecting. But I want to see a little more balance, I guess, right? Like a nice balanced offense. I always hate to say that, but like mix it up a little bit, get a little more balanced than that.
Yeah, stop pocketing your plays. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So really, that's I know a lot of people had a lot of problems with this game. God, I heard a lot of things like this the first half and the way that they came out. To me, man, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And if the Chiefs are going to touted the Kings of the NFL and some of the games that they've won this year. Like, give me a break.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And Mahomes, I'm sorry to say, is playing like trash.
Yes.
6 touchdown passes to 8 interceptions, and that team is 6-0.
He's a manager.
What the?
That's what he's doing right now. And
Yep.
it's I don't know. If I would have dropped this game on your lap 10 years ago, you would have been like, hell yeah, we won by 24 points. Like, you would have been so happy, but now it's like, I don't know. I guess for me, I never forget any of that stuff. So you're sitting here, you've won by this huge margin. Your team looked really good in the second half. They won the game and closed it out. Everybody did what they needed to do. You got to have a short-term memory. I'll tell you what, McDermott was pissed in his presser afterwards. I could tell he did not like the way that game went. He didn't like anything about it aside from the fact that they came out and they played team ball in the second half and won. Mm-hmm. But you could just tell that they got their ass reamed in the locker room. Mm-hmm. And it was like, this is not what we do. Like, we do this, Yep. So yes, but also it's hard to win in the NFL, dude. It's hard, and you got to take this kind of stuff. Like, you can't have everything all the time. Take this. Like, it's good for us. Take it.
Yeah, and another thing with that is Mark said a couple of weeks ago that when you play a quarter of the season, you hope to win 3 out of the 4, right? Mm-hmm. That's got to be with the game too. If you lose that first quarter and win the second, third, and fourth quarter, you're most likely going to win the game. Yeah. So it takes a minute to get started. I'd rather take a minute to get started than to finish not having any mojo. So there's that, there's that part of the game that you got to talk about too, is win 3 of the 4 quarters, most likely you win the game.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I love it. Any other thoughts about this game before we move on?
Defensive line was looking scary. Again, Gabe of inches, they were hammering down all day.
Carter looks like a beast.
Yeah.
I love it. We got to keep an eye out for TB here and Dorian Williams. 2 starting linebackers both hurt out of this game. So that's not good. I saw Hamlin. They were talking about Hamlin getting his second interception. Fun fact, he now has as many career interceptions as Sauce Gardner.
And Sauce I think Sauce is done for a while, isn't he?
Yeah, he got banged up, didn't he?
A lot of big injuries.
A lot of big injuries.
I can't remember. Did the Jets win? They won, right?
No.
Salah's really messing it up even without being the coach. It's crazy, dude.
Well, the funny thing is that they're saying on the broadcast that he talks to the head coach every day.
Yeah.
Please come back.
Yeah, please. Oh my God. You guys can fix this. I did post out a little tweet. I was over at my boy Kyle's yesterday, and we were working on some stuff, and the topic came up. I can't remember who brought it up, but it was how would you rank the rest of the AFC East most hated to least hated right now? Because for 20 years, there was a team that was number 1 on that list. And maybe some people still feel that way because of that. Maybe current events in the last couple of years. Anyway, I'd like to hear it from you guys, and let me hear it in the comments. But Scott, let's start with you, brother. What is your list? Most hated, rest of the AFC East to least hated?
I think that's a good question. That's an awesome question. Right. For me, it's Miami's most hated. Mostly because of how they're treating the organization's being treated and how no one is actually stepping up and saving the life of their starting quarterback. He's coming back. He's not going to wear a Guardian cap. He's not going to do any of that. Someone needs to step up and do something about it. It's a game trying to protect people, and yet you're going to let this guy come in next week, the week after, and play. They're all a union. They're all a football player base. They all love each other. At the end of the game, they're shaking hands, and we're going to let him play. I think this is a piss poor decision by the organization. And, if you're going to preach it, you got to practice it. And that's when people neglect everything that's been told, that annoys me by the most extreme. So Miami Dolphins, not only because of the history, but because they could care less about people's safety.
I like it.
And then I'll go Patriots because obviously the history, and then the Jets. They're still. I mean, they made one mistake. They brought in Rodgers, and they're a garbage fire right now. So I can't hate him for that. I can hate Rodgers for that. If you're going to ask me to rank quarterbacks, the ones I hate, right? Rodgers up there. I can't base a whole team off one player.
That'll be next week's.
Yeah, right. But the Dolphins for me, just with the history and then how they're treating Tua, I mean, he wants to play, but you gotta stop it.
So you got Dolphins, Patriots, Jets. That's you.
Yep.
Most to least. What about you, Jerry?
I'll switch it up a little bit. I think the Dolphins are my least hated because they're garbage right now. The Jets are a campfire there, shit fire. And my most hated is going to be the New England Patriots because out of those three teams, they're the team that might have the most together right now and the most threat coming up. So their history plus their potential of taking over number 2 in the division and becoming possibly something better than the Jets in Miami were potentially supposed to be. I'll put New England up there. They're still a hated team for me.
See, this is exactly why I like when Kyle and I were talking about this yesterday. I was like, man, this is like to me, a really good question because like you could go back in time and it changes constantly. But I'm pretty sure for that 20-year span, everybody would have put the Patriots number 1. And I knew there was going to be people that would be like, no, dude, I'm not over it yet. Mm-hmm. We need to beat them for another 13 seasons. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when we do that, then fine, maybe they'll knock down to 2. Actually, Lori and I are on the same thing. This was my list. Miami. I cannot stand Miami. I can't stand their fans. I can't stand literally the person I like the most on their team is Tua Tagovailoa. Like as a person, I think that dude's fine. Yep. I agree with you, man. Press conference wise, and Mark said it on the show a couple of times. Sometimes you got to say players from themselves. Like he's up there saying, I'm not going to wear it. It's a personal choice. You take risks driving into work every day.
Basically said, I'd die for this game.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah. Okay. I mean, what do you do at that point? Like to me, it's all about the freedom of being able to play and choose and do whatever as an organization. I don't know. I think about these things and I just love that the Bills are in a different spot right now where we're not the people that would hire Deshaun Watson. We're not the guys that would let this guy come back after having a back injury. Like this team is like overly like reserved about letting players return after they're hurt. And I think I like that a lot better. It can be frustrating from a depth standpoint at some points, but like, it's really nice to have a leadership and a core of this team that matches with a lot of my values personally. It's like I don't have to feel bad, like we've got good people up here. But yeah, so Miami Jets, dude, I can't stand the Jets right now. Miami is worse, but the Jets, dude, if I have to hear one more national pundit talk about how the 2-5 Jets are going to really skyrocket right out of the Dolphins have a better chance of winning more games and making it to a wild card than the Jets do right now. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a joke. This is too much. Like, get him out of there. Like, if they get rid of Aaron Rodgers right now, Woody will look like the dumbest guy in the whole world, even more than what he looks like. So you have to ride with him for the rest of the year. Mm-hmm. And how you disassembled this young football team that had promise and just needed a quarterback, and you just completely disassembled it. Like, insane to me. And then, yeah, the Pats, man, I don't even think about the Patriots. So that's where I'm at.
My question for Tua would be, if he had a strained shoulder or a slight MCL tear and he was able to play still, would he be wearing the protective braces on his legs or his arms to play? Because if the answer is yes, why aren't you wearing the Guardian helmet? Is it something? Are you fighting against it, making sure that, it wasn't that bad? Are you trying to be like stubborn about it? Dude, Tyler Rapp wears a dome head on his helmet. Mm-hmm. He knows, because he's a hard hitting safety that comes up and hits hard. He knows that if he's one more concussion away from his career ending, then he's going to do anything and everything possible to keep that from happening. And if it's adding extra protection, he's going to do it. So come on, Tua, be a bigger man. Don't try to prove your point here. Wear that stuff.
He'll regret it when he's in a wheelchair drooling at the age of 50.
If he remembers.
Yep. Yeah. Go talk to Brett Favre.
It's a sad state of affairs. But again, I think Adam just said it. Tua wants to play, that's on him. And that's the freedom of it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that want to stick their nose into it and do whatever. And it's a hard thing. I just think for me, like, well, I didn't like my job when I had a job, so maybe it would have been easy for me to walk away from it.
But where do you draw the line? We don't let these guys go back in after a concussion or showing symptoms of a concussion back into a game. Tua trust me, if he had another neurological exam, he would have symptoms somewhere of a concussion because those things don't go away. They last months. So if there was a proper neurologist doing a study and actually did something extensive, they would find concussion symptoms and they would hold him out of the game. Why is that not being done? I don't know.
Do we hold this in the same category as Damar Hamlin's injury by any chance? Because a lot of us said don't come back, but he made the choice to come back. Him and his family did, and he's playing now.
I don't think I've ever thought about it like that. But I think, DeMar was out for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he wasn't an automatic starter or anything. He wasn't a starter when he was in, before he got hurt. So I don't know. I think there was a lot of it's crazy to me. I think there was a lot of fluff around DeMar. DeMar's a great guy. Everybody loves him to death. Everybody empathizes with the situation he went through. He's done so much good. But I don't think I think DeMar embraces all that. I don't think DeMar as a player. I love that interview with him and Keon. I love the way he's been speaking to the media. There's none of that. There's none of yeah, I'm this guy and I'm supposed to be a little softer because this thing happened to me that was affected the whole world, right? He's not like that, dude. He is burying his shoulder into people. He's unapologetic for the way he plays the game. He's not dirty, but he's physical. And man, looking at his eyes after that game and that press conference, I was like, oh, this dude, he's out to prove everybody that I'm not soft. I chose to be here and I'm going to make a statement, and he's doing it. I think Rap kind of the same thing. The Guardian cap and the dude's flying around 100 miles per hour. You could say he's had concussions. I've had concussions. They suck. But he straps that thing on. He plays like he never had one in his life. He's just burying guys, and that's the way he plays. And maybe there's a sense of comfort in that, knowing I am a little more protected doing this. I can play my style without getting hurt. I don't know. But yeah, that's an interesting take, man. I don't know.
Jarrod, if you were to do an MRI on Tua's head, you'd find differences. You'd find changes from the previous one. If you were to do an echocardiogram on Damar Hamlin, you would not see any tissue damage or anything wrong with his heart.
Right, because it was a fluke accident.
Yeah.
His chest did get hit exact time that the heart was beating, and that's a common lacrosse injury too, or baseball when you get in the chest. It's just the timing was off. So I definitely understand where that's coming from.
He didn't have a heart attack with tissue damage. His heart stopped during a certain beat, and that does happen. So they resuscitated him. They did an amazing job. They brought him back. The reason he took so long is because he had tests that he had to pass. But again, as far as if they were to do an echo and found any tissue damage, he would not be playing right now.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy. You guys are killing me here. Adam, I love how Rogers
Those are
goes
great
up there and
questions.
blames.
The comments are coming in crazy right now.
Yeah. I love how Rogers goes up there and blames everything else for him sucking. Yeah. I love little stupid things. And I don't know if you guys do this as Bills fans, but I wanted Coop to have such a better day. I don't care if it was a yard. I just wanted him to have a better day than Devontae Adams. Yeah. All the hype around Devontae, all the money they paid him pretending like the Jets were a contender that he wanted to go to, and then for Coop to come, us to pay nothing, him to quietly have a steady, solid game and to score a touchdown and outstat Devontae Adams and win. Oh my God. I loved every second of it. It just, that stuff means something to me, and it probably shouldn't as a 41-year-old man, but God, it means I love that shit.
So throwing out there quick question, yes or no question. Do you think Cooper's being on the field changed the wide receiver production this last game?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Allen still threw for 325. Did you know Cooper only played 30% of the snaps?
Yep.
Now imagine that slowly increasing and what that productivity is going to be from the receivers on the field.
Somebody threw that question out earlier asking, and we can transition into this coming week's game, doing with this, I guess, but asked how many snaps we think Cooper is going to play, what percentage this week. So I'll throw that right back at you, Jerry. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was close to 33% of the snaps this past week, and I would say probably up towards 45 to 50%. I think it's gradually going to increase, and I think it's just going to keep going until it's about 75%, and that's where it's going to be at.
I think he'll be at 75% this week, to be honest.
That's where I'm at too. Beer bet? We doing beer bet?
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'll say 50%.
What do you got, Swank?
Yeah, I'd go 75-80 even.
Okay, I'll go 90% of the snaps.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Jared, keep that in mind. Just to throw this out there before we transition,
Yep.
Keon Coleman is now outperforming Xavier Worthy. So all of you guys that are panicked about us trading back and giving the Chiefs the speedster that we would have never utilized anyways, Keon Coleman is playing his role. He's succeeding, and he's outperforming some of these rookies that you guys are all upset about.
Yes,
Not you guys,
sir.
the guys watching. I'm just saying you guys are all supportive of Keon.
Hey, now I'm looking at this. Oh, guys, we are part of the Buff Fan Base Network and super proud to be. Please go follow them on all social medias, and all the shows are great. Overdue was on right before us. We got the Thomas Takes. I always want to say Ryan Thomas of the Thomas Takes Sports Podcast. The Thomas Takes Sports Podcast. That'll be tomorrow night. You got Mookie, you got Justice, you got T and Robin. There's just a million great shows. Circling the Wagons. Just
Wandering Buffalo.
Yeah. Everybody, go follow, watch, please. We got 650 of you tuning in right now. Appreciate you. We're also sponsored by
City Crew. Sorry, I had to throw that
City
out there.
Crew, of course. Yeah, big congrats to Rob.
Yeah. Big congrats.
Sponsored by 26 Shirts. Go to 26shirts.com. Give them all your money. They'll spend it way better than you do. You'll feel real good about it. It'd be awesome. Yeah. Now I'm looking at it. Dude, I swear to God, this was a 425 game. It says 405. So 130 to 330.
We're going back.
You guys will be safe if you show up there to watch the 1 o'clock games. Let's just
Yeah. Come hang out. It'll be great. So guys, we are playing the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle this Sunday for an afternoon game, one of the rare afternoon games here at 4:05. And we got a couple injuries on our side. DK Metcalf is week to week right now with an injury he sustained this last week. Usually when they're designated week to week, that means they miss the next game. We'll have to keep an eye on it to make sure. But I would probably lean towards he's not playing this week. And actually, our kid on the street has a little something to say about that too. What's this?
So he has a minor MCL sprain, so I would say he's out this week as well.
Yeah. Minor. Yeah. God, dude. The NFL's great. Uncle James says maybe Lockett too. Just got to watch out for Walker the third. Yeah. Okay. So let's get into this. We'll attack the defensive side of our Buffalo Bills against the offense of Seattle first. Scott, I'll throw it to you first. What are we looking for out of our defense this weekend?
Our defense?
Yep. Interior
defensive line bringing the heat. The line, both sides of the line for Seattle is kind of weak. So we've Ed Oliver's back running 100%. We're hoping the defensive line, all the injuries are taken care of. I'm hoping to see with the type of running back that the Seahawks are bringing, Kenneth, what's his first name again? Sorry.
Kenneth Walker
III. He's no joke at a running back. Not only has he got the speed and the ability to find holes, but he will put his helmet down and get those extra yards. So I think defensive line is the key to this game. I think we see a big-time success rate against this weak offensive line that Seattle's bringing, and I think we make life miserable, but we have to start early. We saw the Buffalo Bills kind of hold their own in the first half this past week and then take control. I can see them just taking full control against the Seattle Seahawks. It's a later game, but that's going to determine the rest of the game. Obviously, we've always talked about, guys, a strong defensive line makes linebackers better. Linebackers make the corners and safeties better. So if we are injured at the linebacker position, that D-line is going to be one of the keys to the success of this game for sure.
I like it. Jerry, what do you think, man? What's our defense got to do this weekend?
Yeah, I'm right there with Scott with the defensive line continuing their pressure. But the big thing is DK Metcalf. If he can't play, I think that's going to help the Bills against the run game because DK Metcalf is a hell of a blocker. That being said, I'm going to go back one level to the linebackers. Dorian Williams has been showing up week in and week out. It seems as though the game is slowing down a little bit for him. But we're going to see what the injuries bring us. But I'm looking for the linebackers to have a good game. They're going to have to against Font. Font's a hell of a tight end. So if DK Metcalf isn't playing, Font might be one of the targets that gets increased reception targets. So linebacker play covering that. And they do like to throw it to the running back side of the backfield. Charbonnet.
Charbonnet.
Okay, Charbonnet, and then
French.
Walker. I think they between the running backs they get 8 to 10 targets a game. So linebacker play and recognizing the tight end and the running backs is going to be huge. And I think Dorian Williams and Bernard, if they're both healthy, can definitely shut that down.
Which has been an issue in Buffalo Bills past. I mean, the screens and the utilization of the running backs has been kind of an issue. So we hope that they can hone in on that.
Yep.
As far as
we got some talk about Milano being in this 21-day window. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I am not holding my breath. I would be very, very excited if he did, peek out of that. I think it's going to be closer to December. But
Swank,
if not,
Niner game. Let's go Niner game. Come on, we're going
I'm fine with him coming back, man. I'm fine with him coming back this week if he's feeling good enough. I'll remind you guys that a certain Micah Hyde that we thought was nowhere near being able to play would have been able to play in the playoffs had we made one more win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think didn't this happen? Was it last year or 2 years ago? All of a sudden at the end of the season, these guys we thought were done for the season started practicing. And, it was like, what? Like, they're good? Like, whatever. And then they were getting played, and you're like, what? So I think Buffalo's very good at, like, keeping all this in a secluded little box and then all of a sudden being like, yeah, hey, this guy is good.
No red shirt this week.
Yeah. I think to your point about the linebacker play, Taron Johnson needs to be out there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's heavy. I don't care what it is. Keep Taron Johnson on the field. I think he is going to be a big factor in these things that you guys are talking about with the tight end play and the running backs out of the backfield. And he is a guy that can absolutely make these plays. Worst case scenario, if we have Spector starting, and God, who's the fourth linebacker?
Would they bring Joe in?
Joe injury, yeah. Buffalo Joe, I guess, right? It'd have to be.
Mm-hmm.
If it's these two guys, I want to see more pressures. I think Balin Spector could come up and hit a body. He was cutting gaps, and not to say that he can't play his position. He was doing well when he had to fill in. But if they're called, I want to see more pressures. That secondary is lights out. You're just not gonna produce against them very heavily. So I'd say crowding the line and making sure that short stuff and the run game doesn't get going. Like I'd put it all on that and trying to rock Geno's cage, man, and get it going, get that pressure on there, man. They brought pressure. The second half of this last game, they brought pressure and it worked. So let's go. Let's keep doing that.
We have a nice golden nugget there with Taron Johnson, the second team All-Pro nickelback Swank. And when you say covering the tight end and the running backs with the screens, that's like his specialty.
Mm-hmm.
So having him in there all the time, that sounds good to me.
And they pass the ball 280 times to 151 times. So they pass the ball more often than they do run the ball. And Geno Smith has taken 20 sacks. So that's I think, towards the higher end of team players taking sacks. So, yeah, we should bring the heat. Bring the heat. Bring it.
Bring the heat. Real quick, we'll shoot it right back down to Jerry. Jerry, what do you think our offense has to do against the Seattle Seahawks defense this week? They are 4-3, by the way.
Yeah. No, I'm saying it week in and week out, keep running the ball. Maybe like Swank said earlier, switch it up on second down, right? But maybe this week, start out with Davis. Start Davis this week and see what he can do. Have Cook settle down a little bit. I know he averaged 3.7 yards a carry where Davis averaged a little bit better, but I'd like to see probably an even give and take for that backfield, and Allen keep a couple and keep the run game going, because that's what eventually opened up that pass game for Allen.
Sorry, I was just laughing. Corey said TikTok Swank. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know you threw out that James Cook stat, but if you're with Swank and what we've talked about this whole show, if you take away it'd be interesting to see what his stats would be without that second down run.
Oh,
Yeah. I 15 more yards, 10, 15 more yards. And why not? Like, I get riding the hot hand and whatever. Ray Davis, like, why can't he play in the first and second quarter a little bit? Why can't he be the second down back? Change of pace.
Yep.
like get a bruiser in there. I don't know, but Scott, I digress. Scott, offensively, man,
Maybe
what
a
are we
little
looking
20
at?
series. Maybe a little
Yeah.
20 series this weekend.
There you go. I split back run two of those guys. Can you imagine that split backfield with having Davis and Cook in the backfield? They
Yeah.
both flare out or they counter stuff. Anywho,
Why not?
yeah, why not? I'm sticking with the line. The Seahawks are giving up almost 150 rushing yards a game, 5 yards a pop, and we've got a new established 1-2 punch that could be pretty significant role, not only now but going into the playoffs when the weather gets a little more difficult. But offense. I think you need to attack. If that D line starts getting flustered and they start bringing pressure and start bringing blitzes, then you introduce the screen. I think you can't compartmentalize these plays like you suggested earlier, Swank. You can't run a bunch of screens on these two drives and then a bunch of this nonsense on the other. Split it up, share the load, and wait for your opportunity. Wait for your opportunity. Oh, the comment. Open it up like a can of O's. You got it.
Sorry, dude. Go ahead.
Use that run to develop that pass game is what I'm going to say. Use that run. They like 5 yards a pop, 140 yards a game. I wouldn't be surprised if both running backs had 75 plus rushing yards and a touchdown each. Put it on FanDuel. But you need to
That's
take
double down of the week right there.
Yeah,
bud.
you need to take what the obvious give is. So we always say take what you're given. That's the obvious. Every team has been successful running against this interior defensive line. Man, we are a mess right now.
Drop my phone. Drop it.
But yep. Offensive key to success. Pound the ball.
I like it. Yeah,
Jared's
man.
gonna hate that because it's a long clip. He can't clip that quick.
You're gonna have to just edit it up. Be like,
Run
run the ball, and then
run.
Yeah, man. I think this offense can inflict its will. We have the offense to do it. There needs to be the confidence to do it. I think you need to let Josh be Josh. I think a lot of what happened in that second half was Josh was able to make decisions at the line. I think this could be one of those scenarios like we were talking about a season or two ago where Josh wasn't able to do things. You could tell he's audible, he's checking whatever. I think Doug said earlier, like Josh needs to audible out of those second down run plays. True. Absolutely. What other package is there? I don't know. Like what's it look like when I'm watching it as just a layman sitting here, armchair GM on second down, I can tell which way James is going and that it's absolutely a run every time that it is. Like 7 out of 10. I can be like, he's going to the left. He's going straight up the gut. He's going to the right. And the thing is, the way the lines shift, it's like the defense knows and all the weight is on that side. And yeah, so if Josh has the ability to check out of that to something completely different, like, hell yeah, do it. And I think in the second half, more of that was happening. In the first half, it just felt like nothing. So anyway, I think to me, the key is Josh and Joe Brady and getting this foundation just finally level and set and being like, look, dude, I trust you. This is what we want to do. If you see something different, don't hero ball it, but let's go. Just move the ball down, score. It's the same thing every week. Take what they're giving you. You can still push it, but just take what they're giving you. Be reasonable,
I'm going to add an asterisk really quick to my comment about getting the run game going. Amari Cooper's still on our team, guys, so this could be a totally different offense coming up this week.
Yeah.
That wide receiving and tight end can just open up.
55 and rainy. Run the ball.
Okay.
These dudes are just like trolling the shit out of me right now.
Steady O's got me all whack.
All right, let's do. I've been figuring this out, and I don't think we kind of been switching stuff up this year. We're supposed to have been doing keys of the game, right? And I feel like every other week I forget or we don't know whatever because I'm used to doing it the way we've been doing it. So keys to the game, we're gonna do it this week. we're going to go keys and X factor and score prediction. So first keys and X, and then we'll do our scores after. So Jerry, give me your key for the offense and the key for the defense.
Week in and week out, I say key factor for the Bills versus the Seattle Seahawks is going to be establishing the run game still with Davis and Cook. Get that going, and that's going to open up the receiving game with Amari Cooper and crew. The key factor to the defense, and I'm going to throw X factor right with it, that defensive line pressure. We almost got there many times this past week. Geno Smith is a guy we can get to, and I think we're going to get 7+ sacks this week against Geno Smith.
7. Wow. I like it, dude. I like it.
Old.
Go ahead, buddy. What do you got, Scooter?
The key to the offense is the line. Basically, it's going to be 55 and rainy. I wasn't lying about that. That's the future forecast. The key is the success. These guys they're chippy this year, and there's a lot of trash talk happening on both sides of the ball. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's just ground and pound. And we already run the ball more than we pass the ball. So let's just make a statement and say, we've got 2 really good running backs. We're going to destroy you. Pardon. Defense, same thing. Jarrod, you said defensive line. I'm going that way too, but I'm narrowing it into the interior defensive line. Ed Oliver's back. Dwayne Carter's doing his thing. And Jones, obviously, he got a sack this past week again. Keep doing what you're doing. Make Kenneth Walker's run inside the tackles a miserable day and force them to pass. And I think if you can do that, the defense will be very successful, and we'll keep riding on this whole narrative of our defensive backfield, our safeties. The pass game is pretty amazing. So
I like it. Offensively, I alluded to it. Josh Allen, he's the key. Stay steady, call your game, do what you need to do, execute. Defensively, pressure. To me, I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. Pressure the quarterback. Obviously, this is a line that cannot handle a rush, and we got good rushers, man. I think you just got to send more than 4. I think you got to sneak a blitz in there. And with that being said, I think the X factor is going to be AJ Epinesa. I think that they're going to spend too much time paying attention to Groot, and I think Epinesa is going to clear at least 2 sacks this week.
He's leading the way in sacks this year.
Hell yeah.
Is he really?
Yep, 4.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I didn't know.
Yeah, that was I saw the stat post that you posted. Yeah. That's good. I like Eli's X factor. The X factor will be the silent count because of the 12th man noise. Good observation. Our young friend, Eli, the kid in the street. His mom chipping in like, yeah, Eli just gave you the X factor.
Yeah. Pay attention, people.
Patrick Hughes, keys and X factor. Swank, chug, chug, chug. Swank is all over right now. You guys, you think you can break me?
Thank you, man. They have another.
Before I say mean, I'm going to tell you it is time that it's just the time everybody's been waiting for. Our kid in the street. This is Eli's lockdown right here, baby.
Let's see it.
Hey, welcome to Eli's Winning Lockdown. This Sunday at 4:05 p.m., Bills versus Sea Chickens. I hope DJ Metcalf is back. Like now. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best.
Love it.
Prediction 57-8. Just kidding. 24-17. A special shout out, of course, to T Dots. Once a Bill, always a Bill. Shout out to 26 Shirts, official retailer of the Bills Mafia, babes. And as always, peace.
There you go, Eli. Good job.
That's my dude, man. He does such a good job. Eli, you kill it every week, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we hear it from everybody. You're the best. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. And great takes again by Eli.
And great point. He brought up Terrell Dotson. He's the starting middle linebacker there. Former Buffalo Bill, had been here a while. So, yeah, once a Bill, always a Bill, man. We love you, T.
Dude, I do love that Eli does that, man. He brings back like the players that have been here. It's like it doesn't matter that they're gone. They're still Buffalo Bills. You still root for them. You want their team to lose now.
Yeah.
But you still root for them as a player. I like it, man. Oh, let's see. Corey says overtime coming to you soon. Sponsored by SpaghettiOs tonight.
Uh-oh.
Patrick says
SpaghettiO.
Swank is that beer hand getting shaky. LOL. Switch from beer to SpaghettiOs.
Man, they're anticipating this, aren't they?
Our guy Dwayne says no blitz. The four can get to Gino. He thinks the four can get the pressure against that line. All right. I'll tell you what.
That offensive line's not that great, so good take.
They're 4-3. I don't know. They're 4-3. If I'll take 1 quarter of the front four only pressuring, and if they are not getting to him, then I want to see him sending.
There you go.
Let's see here.
Yeah, if it ain't working, adjust.
Yeah. Eli's getting love for his video. Swank it's overtime, and it's SpaghettiOs. Here we go, folks. We're in overtime. That's right. It's overtime. And thankfully, Buff fan base loves us and lets us go over by a little bit. I don't know if there'll be time for me to actually do the SpaghettiO chug, guys. I'm sorry. It might just be too close. Jerry, let's start with you, brother. What's your score prediction?
You could just end the night with a chug out, but nope. The score prediction, I think this offense is going to keep rolling, especially with Amari Cooper and the running backs getting going. And the defense without DK Metcalf in there, I think is going to benefit this defense big time. So we're going to go the same score I had last time. Hopefully we hit it and get close to it. 35-10 Buffalo Bills.
Hell yeah. I like it. What do you think, Scooter?
I'm not going as high as I usually do. I think weather sometimes is the great equalizer. And it could be kind of miserable there in Seattle if the rain comes. So I'm going 24-17. Obviously, Bills win, but I think the weather is going to slow the game down, and we will utilize that ground and pound, and we'll have a couple long drives involved. So 24-17, Buffalo, the Bills.
Ooh, I like it. They lost 2 on the road there out of that 3-game stretch, and then they won, squeaked it out at Jersey. I think this team knows who they are right now. And I'm hoping that linebacker core, at least half, is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And yada, yada, yada. I see us winning this handedly. I know it's hard to go to Seattle and win, but I don't think Seattle's played a team like us yet this year. So I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills 35 and the Seattle Seahawks 17. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm sticking to.
Just to throw it out there, they started 3-0. They beat Denver by 6. They went in overtime against the Patriots, and they killed Miami. The 3 losses, they got killed by Detroit, lost to the Giants, lost to San Fran, and they just won their last game 34-14 against Atlanta. So they really haven't had that tough of a schedule.
Yeah. Dwayne says my score prediction is 34-17. Look at that.
There you go.
Love it.
Corey says we will all never watch the show again. Of course, I'm not going to bail. Come on, bro. You know me better than that. Lonnie says 34-6 Bills. Patrick is afraid I'm not going to check. No, he knows I'm going to do it. Adam 31-10. Charla 31-17. Lonnie 34-7. Lori says sea chickens. I love that, dude. I love that. Cookie says 38-20. Ellen says 27-10. All Bills, all for the Bills, by the way. Let's see. Patrick says, Swank, if you back out, I'll be calling you a Dolphins fan. Doug says 47-10.
There you go.
Corey says always. I know. Patrick with his 28-17 Bills. Nice. Chris Christian, what's up, brother?
Hey, Chris.
Bills 42, Hawks 7. Homer time.
There you go. Love it.
Spartan says 34-12, dude.
There you go.
12.
Different.
Where's the
It's
2 come
different.
from, bro?
All field goals.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah. I was thinking 10 and then a safety. I don't know. Those are fighting words. Eli just laughed and said St. Patrick has so much riz. Our boy Tom says 31-24. All right, I'll just keep reading scores while they're coming in.
Tom, I see your name all the time. Tom's always missing those red helmets. Me too, brother. Me too.
Oh,
Yeah. Corey says Bills win 38-17.
Mm.
All right, you fools. I've stalled long enough. I hate this. I hate all of you. Oh, I love you very much. But I'm a man that honors my bet. And this was a very thoughtful birthday present from my friend Corey Blaine, who came and saw the band and delivered this. It's been floating around in our merch bin ever since then.
Give it a shake.
This is a nice little reminder.
It's fine, Jarrod and Swank. That you can have that thing unsealed, uncorked for another 6, 7, 40 years, and it's still good.
Yeah, man. It's like Twinkies or cockroaches. It'll outlive everything.
Buffalo Spartan just brought up we can get the Nashville Hawk Tool winning the next 2 games. So we beat Nashville.
Yeah.
We got the Seahawks, and then we meet Tua in Miami. And
There you go.
I did see. Yeah, I saw somebody
Saw that.
tweeted that out. Yeah. It's pretty funny. All right, boys and girls. I lost to Patrick. Patrick, you are the best. Here's the first time I've had to do this since 8 weeks, whatever, however long we've been starting this thing.
Meatballs at the top, brother.
Oh,
Get it.
dude, they just get right at the top.
Get it.
Oh, God.
You'll be surprised pleasantly. Yeah.
All that oil right there. Go.
Oh, right at the top.
They better win, dude, or they lose, and I'll never do this again.
There you go. Not
Yeah,
that
if-
bad.
if
See,
they
we're back for another. I tell you, that's why I always do it come game time.
Just to prove a point.
There you go. Good job, Swank.
Love you guys, man. We're gonna hit you with our final thoughts.
Let's
Yeah.
pick 3 games here, quick, Swank.
Oh shit, yeah, good call. Sorry, the SpaghettiOs got in my head.
Scott is on a tear, guys. He's in the last 2 weeks. He went 4-0 and 5-0. So if you want to make any bets on the FanDuel, go through Scott. He is 9-0 the last 2 weeks.
Boom.
Hey man, I'm 8-1, by the way.
Yeah.
Not far off. I'm 7-2.
Yeah, not far off. What are the records right now?
Swank 25-12. Scott is 26-11, and I'm 24-13.
Nice.
Nice. I want to give a shout out to the Instagram world. I think we had the most viewers so far that we've had in a while. We've missed a couple shows just because of technicality stuff, but we're trying to get out to the Instagram world. It's a new thing to us this year. So if you're watching, thank you very much. And eventually at some point, they will allow comments to come in via that route.
Okay.
I would be remiss if I didn't read some of these. Tom says chug, chug, chug. Jamie told me to check the expiration date.
There is no expiration date. That's the funny
It
thing.
just lasts forever. Patrick, welcome you to SpaghettiOs Club. Thank you, sir. They weren't that bad. God, they're cold though, and it is pretty gross.
I'll become a member Sunday.
There you go.
Oh yeah, at Sessions.
At Sessions, I'll bring
All right,
some.
we got to buy a case then.
I got a case.
Everybody's
So
doing it?
I'll bring it.
Oh shit! All right, god damn it! Why do I talk? Alan, Seahawks have a Bills connection. Geno Smith's roommate at West Virginia was born and raised in Buffalo, New York. Wow,
There you go.
Alan knows all this stuff, man. That's awesome. Lori, my face. Yeah, I know. Love you too, Corey. Adam, you slightly enjoyed it. Of course, man. It's so fun. You guys are like the funnest, dude. Like when Patrick called me out and made this bet, of course I had to take it. And of course I had to do it. But you know that I've been trying to avoid doing this for so long. dude.
Forever.
Yeah, when the camera goes off, you look up. These things are great.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna chug them out, dude. Sarah was like, "Hey, if you don't eat all of them, I'll eat them for lunch tomorrow."
There you go.
Sarah, are you the only one that hasn't done it now?
Yep. I'm the
How
other
do you
one.
guys let him slide? How do you do it? How? Let's go. Get in the comments. Yeah, he's gonna do it Sunday.
There's no R's in SpaghettiOs, so.
Arr.
SpaghettiOs.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
Oh man.
I'll
Yeah,
post
yeah.
that. Yeah, I'll post the clip.
Hell yeah. All right. Patrick and I, we gotta come up with another good one here. All right. Here we go. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted. Cardinals at Miami, Sunday at 1:00. Cardinals at Miami. Let's start with Jerry. What do you think, buddy?
I'm going Arizona. Miami's still
Arizona,
kind of
huh?
a shit show, so we're gonna go with the Cardinals.
Tua could be starting. That doesn't change it?
Nope, doesn't change it.
All right. All right. What do you think, Scott?
I'm going Cardinals as well.
Cardinals.
Yep.
Damn. I gotta tell you, I don't really believe in the Cardinals a whole lot either, but I got 2 of their players on Dynasty. Scott turned down a sweet trade offer I offered him for Tua and Hill. I don't know, man. I want that game back. Dolphins. I'll go Dolphins. Why not?
There you go.
Even though they're my most hated team in the AFC East. All right. Jets at Patriots. Hit us up in the comments what you guys think too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Scott, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Patriots. Patriots don't look that bad, and they've got May as their starting quarterback now. You hate to see someone start being successful there in New England. To take over that reign. Obviously, he's got to do a lot to do that, but they're not looking bad. And the Jets are obviously that shit show that we're seeing on national television. So let's go Patriots.
Can you just clip that thing where you just said, "Let's go Patriots"?
Mm-hmm.
Already done.
Jerry, what do you got?
Hey, I'm going New England too. Let's go Patriots. I also like what Buffalo Spartan just said. He found the R. Ruh-roh, SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. Patrick said Jarrod isn't in the fantasy league, so make the bet with him and Scott eats on Sunday sessions. Yeah,
I'll eat it regardless. I like him
every week. Live chug on camera with Eli, Scott, Swank, Jarrod, and me. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
Do it.
Doug says neither for Jets or Patriots. Tie 5-5.
Yep, there you go.
Chris Christian says Jets. Corey Blaine, your assignment for Sunday is to make Jarrod join the SpaghettiOs Club. Do the video with Jarrod and Eli. There you go. I like it. I like it. Adam says Jets. Golly, what if I picked the top 2 most hated AFC East teams on my list just to try to get ahead? They can't be horrible forever, right? Like, all right, I'll go Jets. But it'll be like the worst game you've ever seen.
Swank, I think this is what we should do during our bye week to make it so it gets a little bit more interesting. I think we should pick all the games for our bye week. The bye week will do the whole 15 games or whatever there are.
Yeah, that could ruin it. Your brothers can hate it.
That could split it up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm cool with that. Let's see. I haven't really checked out garbage trash time here. Toilet bowls. Panthers, Broncos. No, that seems a little bit too lopsided. Is there a good game? Colts, Texans. You want to do that one?
Sure. Yeah. I think Colts can squeak this one through. I kind of like the Colts this year, so I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right.
Well, are they playing at Indy?
No, they're in Houston.
Okay. Yep, I'll still go with Indy. They play tough. They play each other tough every time. So
I'll go Houston on it, I think. I don't know. All that stuff with Diggs was weird.
Yeah, how he's never the bigger guy.
Never the bigger guy. I love there was a lot of like Buffalo pundits that were like, yeah, we know. Like just retweeting that out and being like, yeah, we know.
That's too bad.
Adam, we did Colts Texans, Scott.
Mute it.
Texans. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see here.
No. For record's sake, let's go Indianapolis. I'm going Indy on this one.
Man, I could jump ahead big this week or fall way behind.
Scott, during the bye week, we're going to pick all the games just so we can get some games on the list there.
Oh, boy.
That's what I said. Oh, boy. Who does Cleveland play? Cleveland plays the Ravens.
Baltimore. Yeah.
We're not picking that game.
No.
Texans, Adam says. Spartan says Houston. Patrick, now if we win big, Swank, you have to eat your O's every Tuesday. I'll do it for the sake of the realm here. Absolutely.
What if we alternate it? If we win, we'll just alternate Tuesdays so it's not on one person. Does that fit the bill there?
What's that?
Like next week, if we win, I'll eat Tuesday. The following week, Scott will eat Tuesday.
I know this crowd, bro. That will not fly.
No. Okay.
No, it's all of us. You're in now, dude.
I've got mine on Sundays with Corey.
All right, you're true.
Listen, all you're going to eat is spaghetti. You know what this is leading to? Is like by week 11, everybody's eating SpaghettiOs all the time.
Yeah.
All 3 meals, snacks. You're drying out SpaghettiOs in a dehydrator. It's going to get serious.
It tastes good.
I need a little snack. Here's a crispy little
little
dehydrated
meatball.
SpaghettiO meatball. Dude.
You make the Franks too. So next thing you know, you'll be grilling the Franks from the spaghetti meatballs for spaghetti Franks.
Jarrod, join the club first before you tell us how to eat our O's.
You know what? I might just go buy some O's and eat them and just videotape it. And then
I think you should practice.
Jared's gonna start an OnlyFans where he does the mukbang or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the ASMR.
Yep.
Doug says
Swank
time
loves
for a
that.
run on SpaghettiO stock. Yeah,
there you go.
I love it. Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. There was a Chiefs Raiders. That doesn't seem like a good game.
Raiders always play them tough though.
Yep, that's a Raiders win right there.
That could be a trap game.
Yeah, you want okay. Chiefs Raiders. We'll do that one.
Chiefs haven't done. They can't keep getting away with what they're doing. They're going to lose eventually, and I think the Raiders are the team to do that. I mean, they lost Devontae Adams, but that defense always has their numbers. Crosby's going to eat. He's going to get 3 or 4 sacks. It's going to be a mess for Mahomes. Go Raiders, upset them. Come on, about time.
Eli says, "I lay undefeated. I am not defeated." LOL. You both said Raiders? Is that
I'm
right?
going KC. I'll go KC with this one.
KC?
Yeah.
Man, the Raiders are just so much of a dumpster fire right now, dude. What's their record even? 2-5. That would be great. I do want it to happen. All right, I'll go Raiders, dude.
There we go. Nice little chunk.
Running back Madison's putting up some pretty good yards, especially in fantasy. And like I said, their defense is stout. So
I like it. Man, I'm glad that you caught the picks, man, or else I would have forgot. Okay. I think that's good, right? Good for picks. Let's do a little final thought here. Patrick says New York is going to be sold out as soon as the Kid Gun will have another big time sponsor next year. Yeah, hell yeah, bro. SpaghettiOs talk all the time.
Amazon's got to realize, look at all these cases going out of SpaghettiOs. What the hell's going on?
What's going on in Red Finger Lakes area?
I don't know, dude.
Get some stock out on SpaghettiOs, everyone. The market's about to go up.
Oh, man. Literally just going to say the Raiders suck so bad. Yeah, dude. I think Max wants out. Here's a little quick thing, and I know we're way late. I'm so sorry. But we're having a good time. 816 of you. Don't forget, part of the Buff Fan Base Network, sponsored by 26 Shirts. Win. Would you guys rather have Max or Myles Garrett?
Max.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah? Why?
I just love his motor. I know Garrett's got a motor too, but Max, and I'm saying this just out of what I've seen. I haven't seen a lot of the games, but I think Max is more of a complete kind of defensive end. I mean, you look at TJ Watt's stats, and he was knocked because he gets a lot of sacks, but not a lot of tackles. The other part of his game is missing. I think the same goes for Crosby versus Garrett. I think Crosby has a better, more to give. I think
More of a ceiling?
yeah.
Have you seen Max Crosby in the special quarterbacks when he played against Mahomes?
Mm-hmm.
Max has that little edge that can get under quarterback skin. And if you're not a veteran quarterback, that could really alter your game. So I think that might be a little added factor that I like that Max Crosby has. He knows how to just get a little extra without going overboard, where Miles kind of,
Yeah. He'll deform a Crosby phase, a Max or a Mason, whatever the hell. Rudolph. Yeah, there we go. Lori says Max Crosby says he will never leave. Man, I thought that was like, wasn't that interview just last week where he was like pissed off Devontae was gone and he said wherever it is,
Wherever he's going, I'm going. Kind of.
Yeah, and then it was like, wherever I'm at, I'm there to win, like kind of thing. And I don't know, it just seemed a little whatever. I think Garrett is like the more likely player to get traded before the deadline, and really just because the Browns need everything, and they're gonna be so screwed cap wise. Like now that Watson is out again for the
$79 million a year.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Karma. Just
I know we don't play individual defensive players on fantasy football, but right now as defensive ends, Crosby's ranked number 2 and Garrett's ranked number 13.
wow. Nice. A lot of people agreeing, man. Max, and hey, I have no horse in this race. To be honest, I'd rather have Max than Garrett just because I hate the Browns. But
yeah, there's that.
Cooper's here, so that's okay. But everybody's saying, yeah, don't worry, Swank. I will ask Ryan Thomas if he wants to do the same bet, but let him eat his on his show. Nice. I like it, dude. I like it. And the Browns should trade Garrett. Okay, listen, guys, we've had a lot of fun, man. 822 of you. Thank you so much. It's 9:20. We're going to do our final thoughts and get out of here. I know we ran a little over, but great discussion, great comments. You guys kill it as always. Jerry, give us your final thought, bro.
Yeah, we're standing at 5-2. I'll take it. And the Bills are starting to get grooving. So it's like, I love it. Get the meatballs. So keep it going. I had a shout out to my little boy Everett at the beginning of the show. I want to shout out to Sullivan, Camden, and Hadley as well. Watching football is a great pastime of mine, and to be able to share it with my kiddos just adds to it, and they're really starting to get into it. So I love my little guys and girl. The 4 of them just make my world go round, and the fact that they love football just makes it even better. And shout out to Sarah, who watches the games with us and lets me infest my little kids' brains with Buffalo Bills stuff. So thank you, Sarah. I love you. I love my little babies. Go Bills. Can't wait to see everybody Sunday. This is my first Sunday sessions before the last one 4 years ago was a disaster. So hopefully this one's not. So can't wait to see everyone Sunday. Love you all. Let's go Buffalo.
Hi, I'm Jarrod. Welcome to Sunday. Boop, gone. I got nervous, everyone.
Nah, the dog tripped on the internet cable. That's what happened.
Yeah, right.
Uncle James says Tums.
Tums. Swank. Tums. That's man, this game is about family. The Bills Mafia is about family, and we haven't done it, but I am so pumped for what's about to happen this Sunday. We're going to do our first Bills Backers episode. We're going to do our first Bills Backers watch. So that's awesome, guys. We encourage you guys to come out. We have raffles. We have giveaways. There's a beer deal. Swank, it's $15 for the domestic 5, right?
$15 for a domestic bucket.
Yep. And then there's going to be a wings and pizza deal. Obviously, there's bowling. There's weasel toss. There's a golf simulator. There's an arcade. There's things for the kids. And when we say family, Jarrod mentioned bringing the little ones to watch the game. You guys can bring the little ones to this event because there's a lot to offer, and we all get to hang out at 405 to cheer on our Buffalo Bills. This is the first time in a long time I've been able to, not been able, but I've willingly escaped from either the game itself or my man cave to watch a game in a bar with a bunch of other Bills fans. So yeah. I'm beyond pumped about this. I can't wait to be loud, anxious, obnoxious, and just a downright Bills Mafia at a bar at the Doug Kent's bowling alley. I can't wait for it, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. We'll probably get there around 12:30, 1 o'clock, something like that, get all set up. But we'll be hanging, doing the show 1:30 to 3:30. Yeah, cool raffle. Thurman Thomas, super cool mini helmet, authenticated. And then, yeah, giveaways. We'll have FLX Mafia and 24/7 merch. I think we got some stickers and stuff maybe still. Yes? No?
Yeah,
yes.
We have some remaining. Yep.
Yeah, so give those away. You got Eli. He's coming out. Yeah, drink specials, food specials. It's going to be a great time. And we'd appreciate it if you guys are around or free. Come down and help us show these guys the kind of group that we can bring out on a Sunday afternoon. And I'm the same, man. Aside from my house, and I've been to Scott's once or twice, I have not been out to a bar to watch a game in quite a while, and I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully it's just like the greatest, and we blow them out of the water, and by the third quarter we're all doing shots and having a great time, and Sarah drives me home, and I'm just crying about how great of a time it was, man. Yeah, you guys are killer, and we love every single one of you, and you make everything so fun, so worthwhile. So appreciate you guys, and you can tune in for all this fun and the SpaghettiO action that you crave every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here where you're watching this. That's Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all dems. Also, Sunday sessions, an hour and a half before kickoff. But this Sunday, 2.5 hours before kickoff, and
2 hours and 35 minutes.
2 hours and 35 minutes exactly before kickoff. But yeah, any other time, it's an hour and a half before kickoff.
All right.
That's myself and Scooter Magoo and Ryan Thomas of the Thomas Take Sports podcast, which will be for the Miami game. We'll be right back on schedule here. Love you guys, man. It's killer. SpaghettiOs. Let's go. Let's go Bills.
Hell yeah. Go Bills.
Ruh-roh, SpaghettiO. Go Bills.
Go